Hello, this is another session. I hope you're benefiting from that. And what I'm gonna talk about today is to give you some examples on the four things we talked about earlier. The first one is persona identifier. The second one is proposing a better way of asking the question. Number three is mirroring me, the one that I really like. And the last one is the cognitive identifier. So let's start with the one that I like, which is mirroring me. So mirroring me, let's say you need a personal trainer, and this personal trainer will give you a training program. But before giving you a training program, they need to get some information from you. So in order to do this correctly with ChatGPT, you don't want to say, I want a perfect workout at gym, because this will give you a very generic workout program. So we need to do it in another way. We need to tell him, ask me enough questions for you to prepare a workout plan to have big muscles. So as you can see, we start to have some questions. What is your current fitness level? How many days per week are you willing to train? Do you have a gym? Do you have specific goal? And what muscle group to focus on? And do you have any injuries? And how much time can you allocate? So once you answer the questions, you will get into a detailed workout program based on day by day, and then you can add to the conversation please couple that with a daily meal plan, and then you will get that. At the same time, you can ask, what can I cook tonight? But don't say what I can cook tonight. What you can say, ask me enough questions to collect enough information to give me a good answer to what I need to cook tonight. And you will see big difference, and I recommend that you do it yourself and give me your feedback. So this is number one. Number two, it is persona. So persona, let's say we want to say that I am, or you are, ChatGPT, you are a 6 years old funny boy, and I start asking you questions about various topics, and I want you to answer. And the trick in doing prompt in ChatGPT is when you type it, you need to say it bluntly, from now on, please answer me like a 6 years old boy, and keep doing so for every answer that I pose until I say stop. So once you do this code, or you do this prompt, you start to get the information that you need according to the prompt that you gave at the beginning. So now, let's say I put this answer or this prompt, and then I say, how does the sun rise? Oh, the sun rising is big surprise party every morning. So you remember, the answer is answering 6-year-old funny boy. So when you're sleeping and it's all dark, the sun gets super excited and goes, hey, wake up everyone. So this is persona. If we're gonna do that, for example, for other examples, we can try it for, we talked previously about Napoleon, and I got some feedback asking for example about that. So let's say we have the same thing, and we say that as a scientist with 50-year experience, explained to Einstein or Napoleon, the famous scientist who was in the last century the best scientist in the world, how ChatGPT works. So the answer is it's not telling him about the large language model and how it works technically, because there is a knowledge gap between the years of invention of this thing and the era when that person was alive. So it is giving the explanation in a way a person who is 200 years ago can answer. So if we go to the third one, I'm trying to make it fast so you don't get bored, but I want you to do like lots of training on that and try it. It's fun. If I say rephrase a question, so this persona is like we need to have a better copy of the questions, or we call it question refinement. So what is the prompt here? Give some example. Whenever I ask you a question, give me a better version of the question and keep doing that until I say stop. So again, what we have in the ChatGPT is like most important prompts, which is keep from now on, first from now on. So from now on, then anytime you type something, you will get he will get it immediately, and you don't need to repeat the statement again. And then at the end you say keep doing so until I say stop, or you put any other identifier. So tell me about Einstein. Like, how could you please provide more detailed summary, like focusing on his life contribution and physics? So it is like giving me a better version of the question that I really want. So this is usually our problem. We don't know what we really want, and then we blame others. So if we want to replace the questions, like if we say I'm a student trying to study for grade 12 exam, what do you suggest to focus on? Please ask me enough questions on the subject and myself before giving me answers. So this is like the cognitive identifier. So the cognitive identifier, what is really the secret here? The secret is to dissect the issue and every time create a new way or collect a new data set, and at the end combine these data sets together and provide a summary on what we have. So I am a student trying to study for my math exam. What do you suggest to focus on? Please ask me enough questions on the subject and myself before giving me the answer. So you will see now we know what we want, but we are not 100% sure. So I love this one at work, and I encourage like enterprises, government, education institutes to use the large language models because they make it shorter and give depth to the answer. So you see that what was the level of depth that we get. It gets into the subjects, the resources that are available, the learning style, and many other stuff. Like in some other areas, like it was ask me questions to dissect point by point and then summarize. So I asked him earlier if I have a presentation to pitch for an entrepreneurial idea. Then it gave me very generic answer. Understand your audience, compelling narrative, market opportunity. But then I said, ask me enough questions to dissect the issue point by point, then summarize it and give me the final answer. So I'm telling him to take one answer by question by question, take the answer, store it, analyze it, and then go to the other question. And if you have more questions, keep asking questions until you get a full comprehensive view, and then summarize it and give me whatever you really think is right. So now the answer is totally different. Who is your target audience? What problem does your entrepreneurial idea solve? So we know that it needs to solve something. Opportunity, generate revenues, background expertise. So this is how we're getting to the we call it the cognitive identifier. Now let's go to the fourth point, which is, I think we covered all of them, but we go to the Arabic speakers, and let's say we wanna create a letter, simply a letter for like the end of the school, for the end of the summer vacation. And in summer vacation we have people who went for holidays and then came back. So I put the questions here, and let's see if I can find them, so we don't repeat or retype again. So it is the Arabic letter. بنقول إذا أنت مدير عام لمؤسسة حكومية. So identifier is like مدير عام لمؤسسة حكومية. Who are we addressing? We are addressing all staff. We are addressing all staff بحلول شهر رمضان المبارك. وشو الفكرة هون؟ إنه نحثهم على تكثيف الجهود for increase the workload because the day is shorter. So we get the answer, we get the letter, and then the letter is saying like in the third paragraph. So the first two paragraphs are like the introduction, and the first paragraph usually is summary. يمنحنا فرصة فريدة رمضان يمنحنا فرصة فريدة لتكثيف جهودنا وتحقيق تقدم ملموس في أعمالنا. And then مضاعفة العمل والجهود خلال هذا الشهر الفضيل ولا تتردد في طرح أفكار جديدة ومبتكرة. هلأ نجي منقول اجعلها قصيرة لتكون رسالة نصية. So we have like the WhatsApp version or the SMS version, like the short letter version. And we can combine, in prompt engineering, we can combine the four of them together. Now I'm telling him, ask me enough question to understand the question, then summarize. So what is telling me, what is it saying? It is saying like, how long is the letter? Do you want to congratulate them on the, yes, we want to congratulate. Well, are you looking to encourage them? Of course. Like, do you want to focus on teamwork and cooperation, collaboration? 100%. So we got like a 500 word limit letter. And now I'll give you another trick. You can change the tone. So you can say, please make it a little stronger, or like a little more motivational, and then we can do that. And remember, this will be like error free, ما بيكون في أخطاء إملائية. So please, if you are a secretary, you are a speech writer, try to put your speech here and try to ask ChatGPT if it covered all the points that you really want, because usually you put the major salient ideas or الرسائل الإعلامية that you need to cover, and then make sure that they are covered in your speech. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this session, and I hope it was informative, and I hope to see you next session. Please don't forget to hit subscribe and like, and if you have any comment, contact me and leave it in the comment or contact me directly. Thank you very much. I hope you had a very good session tonight. Thank you.